All right, let's see. 604 is a normal behavior for soldiers to stare at the spots. 630 felt I was stuck at main. The soldier was pre-firing and staring at the top right, and I didn't know where else to go. If I went somewhere else that I knew of, it would have taken too long to rotate. Other noticeable improvement on cover usage. Another problem from the last time was that I stayed in the same spot for too long. An improvement on that. Well, let's not worry about that. Let's just try to worry about like what you gotta focus on now. Whenever we try to focus, well, it's good to focus on things I told you to work on last, but it's important to also like you send the VoD and you gotta be reminded about the new things I want to have you work on, unless I see that the bad issues and then I'll have you work on it some more. Now let's see here. 604, so it's about 10 seconds before that. Okay, some good shots. Not good damage. Alright, so he probably just heard you. I'm gonna be honest. Like he probably just heard you walking after he just shot you. Yeah, he literally just heard you. Yeah, so it is normal. He just heard you. That's all. He heard you walking. You crouched late. By the time you crouched, he had already heard you beforehand. You can see him look at the wall on the other side, and he kind of realized where you were gonna come from. Now let's see. You said 6:30. I felt I was stuck at main. The soldier was pre-firing and staring at top right. I didn't know where else to go. If I went somewhere else, I knew it would have taken a long time to rotate. All right, let's see. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, it will take a long time to rotate. But if you stay here and 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 stay here, by that time you could have rotated. But sometimes it's just best to take that little bit of a loss and just rotate, roll, walk. And this time you can go and you can take the duel. You take the duel, you shoot him, you silver bullet him, you shoot him, he gets you low, you roll. Then you get your health pack, you silver bullet him, you shoot him, you try to take the duel. I'm not saying you gotta force it, but essentially, if you don't do anything, you're gonna get stuck in the same position the entire time. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's better to do something and to fail at it than to do nothing and still fail. All right, let's see what you got here. Well, good shots. Careful with the open space there. You're swinging wide, which is fine. Just be ready to roll back into cover quickly. Nice stun. No, you're definitely staying here for a very long time now. You know, you've heard Soldier on the left. You heard Genji on the left. And instead of doing something, you're waiting around. This guy's gone. The Soldier's still there. You're still waiting. Your Wu Yang takes care of him, but you literally spent all your time doing nothing. You just waited and waited and waited and let somebody else handle your problems for you. I'm glad you're walking forward with your team. Good, this is good, this is good. Cool stun. Let me give you an example. If the enemy soldier sent a VoD, you heard this guy. You heard him. That's why you looked up here. Do you think he's sending his coach? The cast, he was just staring up here top left. What should I do? It's like, I mean, you heard him coming just like how he heard you coming, for example. You know what I mean? You know, in this moment, you could be shooting, and as they're walking in, you could actually try to take a rotation and go for some shots. Boom, boom, right here. You got two people that you can see, and then you just roll away, right? There's a mines, but maybe in that moment, you find somebody to shoot and you get some free shots off and you maybe get a kill. Or to be killed, just very, 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 very in the open. No cover, and you were indecisive. You didn't flank and you didn't go main or you didn't go others left. You basically just were stuck in the middle of an open space, making it very easy for people to kill you. You gotta move. There's a whole symbol happening here, and you're standing over here. What do you really see? You can't shoot nothing here. It's Mizuki. Walk. You cannot just sit a mile away, waiting. You got to capitalize on your advantage. Your advantage being the fact that you have a sim wall, your tank is diving, everybody's fighting. And now a beat drop, but it's too late, right? You took too long to walk, and now it's a little bit hard to make it work. You guys do end up making it work, and you do get some good damage and some good kills. But remember, when the enemy team is being pushed back, or your team beats, transcendence, sim wall, something, when you guys have an advantage, use that advantage so you can walk forward. Okay, for this time, instead of walking forward with an advantage, you walk forward into a Kitsune. So earlier, you have a whole sim wall and you don't walk forward. This time, they have a Kitsune and you walk forward. Doesn't make sense, right? Alright, so we go here. This is fine. Ah, Lucio fed it, yeah. Good angle. Gotta be careful. He heard you coming. That's why he pre-fired that shot. He heard you coming. Yeah, this guy's literally just hearing you. He saw you. Boom. He shoots you, right? He did it to you twice, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he sees that ball coming. He'll just let go of that arrow soon. Sees you. He sees you. He hears you. Boom. Pre-fires. Sees you right here. And you're just so obvious about it. Boom. Pre-fires. Gets you again. It's literally just him seeing you and hearing you, and he's just taking advantage of that. You keep peeking and staying in the same angles, it's gonna keep beaming you down. And then we already seen all of this. You get stuck on the choke for a very long time because you don't end up moving anywhere until you end up getting killed. This is good. Oh, caught an open space. If you're gonna be here, you gotta be quick to reload. Also, you never use your silver bullet. You have silver bullet. Do the extra damage. Maybe you hit a headshot. And if you hit a headshot, it's going to take a whole bunch of damage. You can't just sit there in the open and not fight back to your best of your ability. Silver bullet to the head maybe helps a lot. And then hopefully pressure him to take cover. Okay. So they know you're here. Okay. The shots. Now, high noon isn't going to do anything there. The reason is that everybody's just too exposed. Right here in this moment, you know what you should have done? Could have tried to shoot here. Could have even rotated over here. You heard Moira. Well, at least I did. Heard Moira fade. Boom, look at this angle from above. You're essentially choosing the high noon, the ult, or the crappy ult instead of rotating somewhere where you can surprise the enemies. In this moment, a rotation somewhere where you can see something would benefit you way more than a high noon into a soldier who's in cover and a hog who can hook you. And this angle just doesn't do anything for you. You're basically trying to outpoke a soldier who knows exactly where you're at and he has a heal station. Could have just rotated left. Surprise over here. Rotated. Oh, there's a Moira. But you stayed in the exact same spot. Soldier knew. Soldier poked you out. You're losing to the soldier because you don't surprise him ever. And when you tried, he just heard you walking. But you never actually move in positions where you can surprise him or somebody else. Right now, for example, this is a good stun. Now let's move. This is good. Okay, you dropped. I'm okay with that. But let's say you guys said you had more time. You could also rotate over here, and this would be a surprise. That's the kind of place that you got to try to find very, very quickly.
Hey there. Hi. Konnichiwa.
Yeah, you reset. Look where you reset. You reset up here, a mile away. I would have loved to have seen you walk up here. Oh, boom. Silver bullet. Shoot him. Maybe you double headshot. If you don't, cool. Roll back. Walk away. Roll back. Walk away. You know, get some distance. But you don't, because you don't try to surprise these enemies, you don't get any real value out of these. Nice. Very good shots. Alright, we know where soldiers at, so you know what we can do? The high noon's going to waste all your time. Yeah. Nice shot. Nice. So we end up taking it home. So, no, but the real issues is, don't be afraid to take a longer rotation to make something happen. If you sit in the same spot forever and ever and ever and ever, yeah, you're going to struggle a lot. So make sure that you don't sit in one spot and you rotate to still surprise the enemy. If you feel like you're being pressured too much, well, go to your off angle and shoot them. And sometimes you got to take the duel, but you have a health pack in that left room, and you can always roll away. Off angle to distract, go back to your team. but don't just sit somewhere forever losing all that time. Another thing I want you to work on is if you have an advantage, your ball uses ult, your on run ults, your Kiriko ults, your Wu Yang ults, your Genji blades, your something happens to power spike on your team, use that to move forward and capitalize on the advantage. An advantage doesn't have to be a kill. It could simply be somebody's mega distracting. A nano tracer is a distraction and dangerous, and you can use that to move forward while everybody's looking and take space. For example, your Symmetra used your ult and you did an off angle. Your ball used ult and you did an off angle. And those are the key things that you are missing. If you were on this high ground, and instead of using all the chaos, the kill over here, to rotate and try to surprise the Moira with no fade, the Kirik over here, you sit there in the ult and you miss on that advantage because you just don't move and you don't go to try to surprise somebody. Okay? No, but these are the things I would like you to work on. The soldier just keeps hearing you approach from an angle, and he just pre-fires because you're taking the same one over and over and over. Nothing's stopping you from rotating over here, dropping, and shooting him from over here, right? Nothing's stopping you from maybe walking over here. It takes time, right? But maybe you can go over here and one off him. Boom. Do I recommend that long rotation? No, it'll probably get you killed. But maybe you shoot him, you drop over here, you walk, and you off angle him. This one's a lot better. All I'm saying is stop staying in the same spot. Try to get that surprise so he doesn't get all that advantage over you. This is what I could work on. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.